Where do you want to go next? If you'd like...
The first time we came here. Oh, Paimon remembers! Nahita's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her. So much time has already passed since then, and it seems Sumeru's changing for the better now that Nahita's in charge, right? Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time, and then Nahita won't have any more new problems to deal with. Yeah, guess you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Who knows what will happen next? Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble. Huh? Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even then, you fished Paimon out! Anyway, for Nahita's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
Oh, it's Dia! Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business. Even though it may have nothing to do with our journey. But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back. That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about anyway? Huh? You serious? Can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place. Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it. Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two? What do you say?
Thanks, but no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much. But don't worry, we'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't handle. So, when are you leaving?
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet. Now, where's that list Paimon made?
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going-away party or anything. It's sad enough to see you go like this. Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahita? Oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler in Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come find me.
Goodbye, Dia. Bye-bye, Sumeru. After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port! Wow! Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine! Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines! Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do. What do you think? Good idea! Nahida gave us loads of useful information. Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point. Yeah, the more we can learn, the better. So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality, whatever that means. To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Excuse me. Can I help you two? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Hi. We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Really? Like a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things, it's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
cure trees? Is it some kind of machine too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance. Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of
What's up, Brendan?
Wait,
Welcome to the channel. I'm kind of just doing the major backlog, something I'm
Lady
like
Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs.
4 months out.
It's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
first time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before. Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about.
Story's kind of loud, hard to see what you said. Oh yeah, gotcha, one moment.
You're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Nouvelette.
Alrighty, Gigs, that should
Here. But nobody
trim it down a bit.
arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Yeah, what I said was, I'm going through the backlogs. I haven't played this game for many months.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House. But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime. Hey! What are you looking over there for?
Let me see if I can push down the audio a little bit more. According to the meters here, it should be fine.
Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she? Maybe we better go check on her. Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there. See?
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
Hey, what?
Though people call the waters around Fontaine a sea, it's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories. Now it's been completely submerged. He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before it swallows us.
Sorry. Paimon doesn't really get what you mean.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh, in And you are?
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason. So that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories, and that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now. Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler. And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
Oh, all right then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here. Please follow me.
Yay, where's the walk button? Oh, never mind. Here it is.
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu. As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come,
let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and his companion who have journeyed here from distant lands. Is she talking about us? I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other nations, but I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured, I see clearly your sincerity. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner. I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this. Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But the Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top? Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming? I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities. You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you. Whoa. Talk about sounding high and mighty. Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else should I say then? Is she waiting for us to start talking?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice before?
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina? Is there some kind of drama going on?
Of course! That's the blonde traveler, the one all those stories are about. Lady Farina came here to personally see him. Oh, I bet this is going to be the duel of the century.
Oh, I've got to see this. I knew Lady Farina would never disappoint.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus. You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land, just as you were hoping to see. Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves? Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Stand down, Clorend. I admire his bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. He is obviously a true warrior. Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Oh, yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. They're getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
Whoa, all right! Now that'll be worth seeing!
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. With such a grand opera house, it would be a pity not to use it.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house. Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it? According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of violating this law, no?
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine like she does.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun, but if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
You tell her, Linny! Finally someone who's not crazy! How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Ah, great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object, but how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
Ta-da!
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did Linny do that?
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's charges no longer hold water.
Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person. But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands. I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny and Miss Lynette. That's enough for now. Toodaloo!
And just like that, she's gone! Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. We never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really... Ugh.
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred. And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have something to take care of first. Oh, you really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that. You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about what it entails. I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved. Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother feeling guilty all the time?
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So we've started distributing magic pockets to them. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving their belongings.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day! But this is more than a bit of rain.
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been talking about. My apologies for not recognizing you earlier. Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything. I guess it's better to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Thanks. Please, also thank the magician on my behalf when you get the chance.
What's this? So you also believe in the prophecy. Keep it. I won't have any use for it.
What? You mean you don't believe in the prophecy?
No, I believe in the prophecy. But I also believe in another story. The story says that people once lived in the ocean. They were one with the ocean and couldn't live apart from it. But as time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels, encapsulating the sea within their bodies. Thus could people set foot on land. So, if you ask me, when the water rises and takes us all, it'll be like we're going home.
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before. But people can't live underwater. They'll die. You should probably still take it.
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death.
I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, it's still gonna be a long time before the water can cover everything. Life is all about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future all the time? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You should still take it. You never know when it'll come in handy.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the life I have now. I'd really rather not.
Yo, what's up, Molly? What are we in for this time? Water. Lots of water. Water everywhere. Yeah. We came from sand everywhere. Now we're in water everywhere.
Oh, you already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what did people have to say? I bet you heard some interesting opinions. Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
Is there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made
Yep,
by a
pretty
workshop
much.
in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help. Many hands make light work.
Oh, that would be much appreciated.
So much story to go through. Pretty much I'm gonna be
I remember seeing
mostly
them near
watching.
the waterfront on the east side of the harbor.
I don't even remember the buttons, to be honest. I think I last played like 3-4 months ago. There it is. Keep forgetting that it's hold to dash here, not just one press.
It seems we have to use Hydra to collect the maritime flowers.
We need to use what now?
Stabilize!
Yeah, clearly I wasn't listening. Collect materials to use to make magic pockets. But how? That's a noof. Here we go. Yeah, I don't play, I just pull these characters.
Bow your head.
Okay, that'll work.
Be sanctified.
Might as well grab as much as I can. Okay, back to the Golden Boys. That's weird. Alright.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also finished collecting a few here. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
Oh yeah, by the way, if you're interested with Steel Hunters, there is currently a skin giveaway, but it's
I
only
fear
for
I
a
may not
certain
have
amount.
any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to the Court of Fontaine.
So, we're going to the Court of Fontaine before we head to the opera? Good. Paimon wants a tour of Fontaine's largest city and try...
Well, the problem with Genshin at the moment, the content is super deep now. It's gonna take you
Person over there.
weeks.
What's
Then again, it is still kind of an idle game.
She's obviously a thief. Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention and a distracted audience is one
sounds
that won't
like,
discover what you're really doing.
5-hour thing.
Movements carefully.
This is a whole entire landmass.
And then I can show you just how
Whoa, he's right!
just how underdeveloped
Keep your
mine
voice
is.
down. We need to think of a way to catch her.
I
But
can
it seems
say
she's very alert.
confidence because
Perhaps we
my
should split up.
artifacts are still purple.
Oh my god.
You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet.
Yeah, their progress rate is
Tries to
gonna.
run.
It extended from weeks to months.
All right, let's go.
I'm conflicting between wanting to finish SMC PvE because I'm on the last difficulty, or just play Genshin.
Number one, who's counting? So if you're not in a hurry, why are you forcing it? Number two, it's on the mood. But then again, if you finish the SMC thing and you're done once and forever, why not? It only takes like 30 minutes because Genshin is gonna be, you're gonna get absorbed into the storyline again. So you don't want any interruptions kind of thing. Also, you're just playing for playing's sake anyway, right? You're not streaming it, so no issues there. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm on the last difficulty, so that will be the finish until the next update on it.
Where Lenny wanted us to wait.
Yep. As simple as that, my dude. I mean, always prioritize anything that you can finish it for real. Like one and done. Put a check mark. Put it aside. Move on.
Did you notice us? She started running the other direction. What should we do? Should we chase her?
Yeah, even in the background, I'm still trying to finish the game I started, Kepler. Even if I'm not streaming it.
You're right.
And it's really messing with my head.
Us away.
Because the next few milestones for that game is like 5 dungeons deep.
While now. I wonder if Lenny caught the thief.
And my power curve is not even close to it being, let's just say, a smooth experience. It involves a lot of running.
Let's go.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I didn't notice a thing earlier. Anyway, I should be going now. Thanks again.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already
What
gone.
happened to your star
I
rail,
saw
by
the
the
general
way?
direction she went.
Ironically,
Lenny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure
There
he
you
was
go.
okay.
you guys were leading me.
Did you get hurt?
Now it's the reverse.
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performances.
It's just time management.
You're right, you're right. Sorry, Lynette. I have to admit...
But again, that's a problem if you're trying to play forever games.
But at least we were able to get the stolen items back. So it
2,
wasn't a
3, and it becomes a problem.
Slippery little thief. Guess things turned out alright in the end, though. Larry's initiative paid off.
And there's even more coming. Have you ever seen the game Breakers?
Detour behind us. We should go to the Court of Fontaine now.
No.
Yeah, once you see it, you'll probably like it. Check it out. It's very well done when it comes to the thematics. It really feels like a legit JRPG. For the meantime, from the trailer, content they're showing so far.
So, we ride this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious way to get around! People in Fontaine really know how to use water!
This is an aquabus. It allows people to travel between several key locations around Fontaine. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same. That's why it's better to travel with friends.
So you mean it's still boring even when I'm riding with you?
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, well, you don't really talk that much. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as being at home.
Whatever.
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
Sure if they changed something in Genshin or my hearing has been restored. Because everything sounds way louder now.
Huh?
Clearer.
What? Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte!
It's a good problem.
Oh, I never guessed I'd bump into you all riding the aquabus. In the story of my life, this is big news. What are you doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about you paying us a visit.
Yeah, like I said before, I had this hearing issue where before I can barely hear the soft sounds.
On the move. It's not
When
surprising.
I woke up one day, I can hear the clock ticking again.
You still have no idea how the Hyper Archon knew about us. Oh, let Paimon introduce
Not
you
too
to
excited because I'm not sure how long that's gonna last.
No need
So
for
far,
introductions,
it's
Paimon. I would recognize the
getting
great
better.
magician Linny and
Good.
his assistant Lynette anywhere. I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a
Could
pleasure
be.
to meet you. I'm sure.
Or
a
it's
reporter
probably
is
because I've been sleeping more consistently.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh?
Yeah, because back then, like, oh my god,
Paper to promote
I'm
our
always
performance.
awake till the wee hours in the morning.
meet you. Now that everyone knows each other, Fontaine suddenly doesn't feel like such an unfamiliar place. So, what have you been up to lately, Charlotte? Any big news?
Now all I need to fix is this goddamn sinus thing.
Not too much. When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You could still manage
That'll
to
be
keep readers' attention as long as you
much
come
more
things from a
functional.
clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topics. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days. Ah, you're right. Seems you know me pretty well. What I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could shake the country. These smaller stories are a waste of my time.
Yeah, that's new.
Oh, I just remembered.
Okay.
Well, a series of cases, actually.
Weirdly,
You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
only 28
That's
out
right.
of
These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably
Only
the most
28 out of 40? That's weird.
If I'm the first with the draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked,
But,
the headline story in the
but even with only that few players,
When that
I still
happens, I
just
bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered gathered all
I
kinds of
breathe
materials.
for
I just can't
one
wait for the truth to be revealed.
guy on the pilot,
what is that?
and I died to the other guy.
I see.
Young women case. You mean the culprit has
Well, it's the positioning thing again. Hey, what's up, Hyper?
That's right.
Did you play SMC PvE?
20 years ago.
Yeah, I saw it, but
After a period
the
of
mech selection ain't exactly to my taste.
have in common is that the girls are all of a similar age and that they've all vanished
Yet.
without a trace. But the scariest part is
Yeah, so far from what I've been hearing, right, Holy, how long was it per game, per mech? How long does it take to
have been
finish
arrested
them?
over the years in connection with
It's just fast, right? So,
another disappearance will always happen.
Depends because you get buff. It's something like Hades with every
Yes, it's
friend, so
possible.
you get a buff.
Either way, I
yeah,
believe
roguelike.
every case has some precise truth
If you
behind
get
it,
the good
waiting
buff,
to be
you can get
exposed.
like 20.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls
But
deserves
if you
some
get
sort of
it,
explanation.
It can last to like 35
I
minutes.
just imagined for a second what I would do if
The
Lynette were
normal
to suddenly
That's only
disappear.
normal.
I'd
And
pay
there
any
are
price to get her back,
hard
and then find a way to
hell
track down the culprit.
Please don't imagine that, Lenny.
Yeah, because the only issue I got there is the fact that, I don't know, I want the content to be a little bit more refined.
Never. Not in close. Not around now.
Well, who knows? It's still the first week, right? Who knows? They might even patch in a little bit more oomph for the AI, because what I've been hearing from you is the AI is not really something to be excited about, right?
The only thing that makes it hard is, especially in the higher difficulties, because there's a lot of them spawn in the same round. That's the only thing that's killing me so far. And stupid stuff, stupid high HP.
Yeah, the sponge mechanics, as always.
Yeah, I've done normal and hard, so it's only hard. It's only hell difficulty for the final one before I leave it for good for a while.
Yeah, the question is the rewards worth the grind? That's the other question there.
Here's the joke.
Okay.
It has upgrades, right?
Yeah.
Upgrades.
Yep. Base upgrades?
No. The upgrade you take on the home screen.
I really enjoyed
Oh, okay.
Life should be full of pleasant little surprises
Yep.
like this.
Yeah, us as
So you
well.
have
The right
upgrade for
button
your
hit
mech,
quickly.
for each mech, and the
I
upgrade
literally
for your
get to it.
character,
I should get going
for your
before I
account, I
leave.
can say.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
I'm an
joke
obstacle
is,
chat again soon,
for
Charlie.
the account upgrade,
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the
it
steamer.
increases by 10 each time you upgrade something.
What a always running around and interviewing everyone.
That gives 3% more rewards
Where should we
after
go
you
now?
finish a game.
If you don't mind, how about we
Okay.
start home first? Besides, I still have all the materials we
Give
collected.
you an average of 80.
We wouldn't mind at all.
So,
This city is so huge, Paimon wouldn't know where to start anyway.
but
Okay.
of upgrading that upgrade that gives you that 3% increases everything by 10. The cost of everything.
Okay, so it kind of, when you overstack, it's not going to be functional.
Yeah, let me count. How many upgrades do we have here? 5, 10, 15, 16, 20, 24, 28, 31, 34, 37, 40. We have 40 upgrades. So, by the last upgrade, that upgrade will have 400 cost compared to when it was at the base cost, when you have not upgraded.
Okay.
And normal mode give you 80, hard mode give you like 100. Maybe hell will give you like 120, probably.
This is our current abode.
We must take the additional
Fremine,
rewards
you're
give you
home.
maximum plus 9%
Where did everyone else go?
every single
I
time
have
you
some new
finish,
friends
okay?
that I would like to introduce.
Just went out a moment
The
ago.
act of upgrading the upgrade itself
I
upgrades for 3
see.
times.
Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon. I suppose that can't be helped.
So
Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
I can see that. I mean, again, it's a balancing factor, definitely. Because you can have everything without, what's the word again?
Very glad to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
I forgot the term for it. Yeah, my brain kind of farted there. But yeah, there's a term for it when you overstack. There's like a negative aspect to it. But again, the question with the PvE is
What
that
is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell
if
me?
I'm gonna grind for something, I really like the feeling that content that you're getting is worth it. Like even if it's just a cutscene, like a video for the story. Because I'm a lore guy. I'm a lore-centric guy. So it's very important for me to kind of see the lore, the background, stories, the histories, and so on of the characters that we play. And then in this case,
Oh, it's nothing.
do they actually tell you the lore
Housework.
that's
Sorry for
actually,
the interruption.
you can feel that it's well
Before I
written?
forget,
Or did they just tack it on
more materials
as a random video at the end of the thing?
to get any, Fremine?
Right. So that's what I'm kind of afraid of.
Went diving and gathered lots of materials.
Because one of the things that's pulled me to SMC before was when I was watching the cutscenes
Quick with the underwater
for
work.
the pilots.
All right, I'll take these to the workshop.
What's his name again? The hero name? The hero guy? The default guy? Wow, it's been a while. Don't remember. But yeah, that's how I work. That's how my brain works.
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment ago? Fontaine's weather sure is
Oh
weird.
yeah, we'll see. I may give that a shot, but let's let it cook for a
Trials
bit.
being held in the opera house, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
in the meanwhile, I would just wanna
Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went. Every time it weeps, the skies open up and pour out rain.
for example, Skylar.
When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon!
It's linear. You
Don't
can
cry!
upgrade at random.
If it's an elemental dragon,
Upgrade gives
how
you
to make it rain
2%
wouldn't
of
be
your
very
max fuel
unusual.
back when you hit your primary shot.
Paimon, try something.
So basically, you have infinite fuel because Skylar don't really use that much.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
Uses 12.5.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism.
7 or 6
Or could at least play along.
completely refills your
Sorry, it might be because we've never
by
met the
no
Hydro
means you
Dragon.
will run out
Perhaps
of
it
fuel
can't be
after
comforted
this
by the
upgrade.
words of strangers.
But here's the joke.
It rained for longer than I suspected.
You have 3 other
It's already getting late.
upgrades that
Was there something you needed to do, Linny?
that give max fuel and
Yeah,
more
some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last aqua bus of the day. On the day of the performance,
If
bus to the island of Ariel.
yeah,
I'll have Lynette meet you at the
yeah.
fountain.
If I'm gonna be choosing something, I'd rather do the fuel per hit thing rather than maxing it out. That makes more sense than the other option.
Are you leaving?
problem is it's linear.
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry.
Everything.
I get it. I feel
Okay.
nervous delivering the materials for the magic pockets. Is that it? Perhaps Perhaps we could trouble the traveler to help us take these materials to the Bomo workshop and deliver them to the owner there. I'm
Right.
afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted, and the boss there tends to be pretty talkative. Fremine has always been a little afraid of her.
No trouble at all. Don't worry.
In other words, it's not even an actual roguelike where there's like an actual choice. It's just
I'm quite
win
useless when it
plus
comes
one, win plus one, win plus one, and that's it.
I'll think of a way to make it up to you.
Not even plus one.
No need.
Hmm.
You walk in the park for us.
Oh, that's it then.
Okay, let's get this into the scale. Upgrading every single mech, upgrading one mech to the maximum mech upgrades takes 700. Right?
Yeah.
The hardest difficulty, the one that will probably take 40 minutes to 1 hour, gives
Is
you
there anyone here?
120 average.
Oh, hello there.
And you
New
can
customers?
play
Looking to
like
buy,
5
or do you
times a
need
day.
something made? Or perhaps you're just looking for a chat with me.
Oh, no. We're just here to deliver some materials. Here they are.
Play for
They're for making...
13 days to maximum.
Oh, these must be
to
her
max
magic
one.
pockets.
Like,
I could tell right away.
and that's
I've
counting
already
you
made
with
several orders
everything.
worth now. No need.
Yeah, but what's the point of maxing it?
When
Yeah,
they
I
told me
mean,
what they'd be using them for,
You
we
could finish
offered
it
them a discount.
without maxing it, right?
But they insisted on paying the full amount,
In fact, I almost
saying that I
beat
had a
the
business to run.
hardest difficulty just on the top
It seems
upgrade.
both their hearts and their
There we
pockets
go.
are made of gold.
Wow.
Yeah,
So,
the thing
is Lindy
is,
actually loaded?
I
the
can't
mech
say
upgrade
for
has a
sure,
lot of,
but who knows?
I can say
Maybe there's good
useless
money to be
upgrades.
made being a magician in
And I just
Fontaine.
said 3 of them is already useless.
Is
And
this
let's
machine what you
see
use
what
to
more.
make stuff here? It looks really advanced.
Yeah.
Decent. This is bad.
Why use your hands when a machine can do the work?
Nah, I can already imagine what they did there. Basically, they just added in random shit
Where
to
did
sabotage you.
like that get its power from?
Pad the game.
Well, it's a little complicated.
Like this one.
I'm
There
not sure I
are
can put it
two
in layman's terms for you.
upgrades.
But basically,
Yeah.
everything we usually use here in the city is powered by indemnitium. It's a type of energy that's produced from trials.
Which means the hitbox of the bullet.
How can trials produce energy?
Huh?
The two of them combine.
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself, but
And that only
basically,
gives you plus 8%.
when a trial is in session,
for your
the
bullet
Overcrease
hitbox.
Mechanique d'Analyse Cardinal
Which you
harvests
should
people's belief in
always
justice
hit the
and converts it
thing
into energy to be
because
used
the
all
bots-
around Fontaine.
Except one.
So,
They don't
that's
try
what
to
its other
dodge.
function is? I had heard that the Ortrice was created by the Archon to make
Practically
judgments.
useless.
But,
Make it five useless
how can
upgrades
something
on
unreliable
on
like
that
people's
20.
beliefs be turned into a stable power source for these machines?
I can say it's okay. I can
So
take this.
that means the Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take the energy created by belief
No, make it one more
into
useless.
power for all of Fontaine, right?
Even though I've never heard anyone really put
It's
it
only
that
two
way,
stats that's
it
important
sounds like it
in
makes
roguelikes:
sense.
HP and
Besides
power.
Indemnitium, we have another type of energy called Lucia. It isn't
Anything else, meh?
but it is
If
unstable by
someone went
nature.
crazy, they
Even
won't
now,
even
it
care
still
what
cannot be
HP
widely
does.
used by
If you don't
civilians.
get hit, you won't die.
That's right.
Find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're already talking, I'm sure you mind
Just gonna stop.
a few words with me.
Yeah,
You
dude.
again? Didn't I already promise
what
you
do
that
you
I'd
mean?
have the more I owe to Conferee of Cabriere by next month?
What do you mean by what?
Alright.
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month?
Okay.
I want 50%
So,
today.
I already beat
No?
up
70%.
yesterday, like, not yesterday, this morning, like 1 a.m.
Seems
Yep.
business isn't so great for the
And
workshop.
then, before I
We've
went
already finished our job and delivered the materials. Maybe
this afternoon,
now's a good time to
I
leave.
completed a normal one.
Yeah.
What do you think the bug is?
What wave? The value or the type?
The difficulty unlock.
No, the usual 5%.
I'll give you a
Before you
hint.
go on trying to collect payments, why don't you settle your own debts first? If Confraria clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of more. So why don't we work things out between us first before
I don't
you
know.
get back to your little conversation
Didn't credit.
here?
You're from Northland Bank. But we said we'll pay everything we owe next month. Why are you hounding me now?
So, the answer is...
Traveler, hi, Mom. I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
Where's the pipe?
Oh,
You didn't want to stay in Snezhnaya?
that's weird.
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now, and honestly, things have been pretty boring. But it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, but ones who always seem to find trouble. Either way you look at it, it seems things are going to get a lot more interesting now.
Pretty sure we want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting.
Yeah.
Our trip here has gone pretty well so far. Right, Traveler?
Hey, you, Northland Bank boy. Don't you forget
Yeah.
Don't interrupt.
No.
How often I run into the Traveler like this? Why don't you wait for me over there?
You will lose the unlock of the final difficulty.
kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect us to sit and twiddle our thumbs?
Nah, I think they just messed up the logic. Yeah, it's really a bug, I should say. 'Cause
Fine.
why would you do that?
And take it.
Unless there's a
I
reset
said not to
logic
interrupt. Oh, by the way,
somewhere
Traveler,
down the
last time I
line.
took Tonya and Tusser Ice
Doesn't make sense though.
said,
Hey, that's way over the line. All right, boys, let's see who has to pay up now.
Can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our clients. You're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
I'm sure this won't take long.
Oh my god.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
It's the hard way.
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's Northland Bank? Wait, don't tell me you're...
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Just make sure you understand that you don't mess with Northland Bank. Got it? Huh?
Now's my chance!
Huh. That was weird. I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
Strange. How could that happen? First time Paimon's ever heard of someone losing control of their vision.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much on my vision anyway. Besides, I always have my delusion in case I need it.
Don't see its work for Northland Bank.
The freaking logic.
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood lately.
What kind of reason
Hey,
is
what's up, Wolf?
Wait, since when do you feel down about anything?
WSG?
Maybe
Sorry,
I
I'm
still
a
have
little
lot
bit
to learn
old
about
here.
myself.
What's WSG?
Recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't know why, but every
That's
now and then
good.
I feel like I'm in a terrible mood.
Yeah, just cleaning up the backlogs again. I'm not sure if you're familiar.
It's connected with that power you're feeling
It's always been my thing with Genshin. It's always like a batch of 3-4 months worth of content in one go.
I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before, but when I was 14, I fell into some unknown abyss. It was during that time I learned nearly all of
Oh
my...
my god, holy.
The one who took me under her wing and
I'm
taught me
picking that up. Yep.
She was always quiet and very mysterious.
Uh,
Nobody knew where she
Oh,
came
no. We heard someone speaking on your side. Some random guy.
when teaching me combat
Or girl
techniques.
or something.
I asked her why she was willing to take me on as an apprentice. From what I could make of her answer, it was because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me. She said that all my combat training would be useful in the future.
But what is it?
Yeah, well, gotta bust through the main storyline or else I'm gonna get knocked out again from the content.
But my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when I had
How
just
am I?
fallen into that abyss.
Well,
In my dream,
not too bad.
deepest depths of the
Definitely gonna have to make some life changes and a lot of rescheduling to do, so that's gonna explain why I kind of disappear for a long time for a bit.
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar.
So, yeah.
Fought against you before. You summoned a
Back to running on the schedule. Gotta set limits.
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my elemental powers. It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind.
About your side,
Never forget it.
world has already normalized, right? It's no longer COVID situation.
Seems a little twisted to Paimon. So why don't you just go ask your master?
We're back to the non-stop daily grind in real life.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even a trace of the place where I remember falling into the abyss.
Don't even remember any story, also, that you fell in the abyss.
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that strange encounters in this world tend to be elusive like that. Oh, seems that time really flies when I'm talking with you. I just remembered I have somewhere else I need to be, so I should get going.
What? More work for the Northland Bank?
Hey, time check, 11:30.
It's more of a personal appointment.
Still got 30 minutes in me,
Some of
because
Fontaine's official champion duelists.
we gotta follow a schedule now.
Champion duelists? You mean it's their job to duel?
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist. The champion duelists are all-powerful fighters selected from among the nation's...
Played Genshin Impact, but you never end this game. Yeah, this game never ends.
So engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a
Got whole entire landmass to finish again.
acquitted. But if they lose,
That's a good thing,
have no choice but to stand trial.
but a hard drive is crying.
Is that you're simply...
How big is this game? Let me check one sec.
rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty. From what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death.
There it is.
So really,
Properties.
the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice.
Yeah, look at that. Here on the PC, it's 80 gigabytes for the goddamn game.
With your life.
So
And it's a mobile game, supposedly.
get out of their
And
trials?
it's 80 gigs.
Apparently, it's exceedingly
They
rare
keep-
for anyone to
They keep
actually
adding, we're gonna break 100 real soon, within the year.
system as a way to show that the nation respects the honor of its citizens. Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching to face them as soon as I got to Fontaine. Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clorend, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I had been asking her for some time before she finally agreed to face me today.
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before. Clorand.
Oh,
Terrible at remembering names.
I want you to have this.
Wolf, what's better, basketball or football?
Huh?
Depends on your definition of football. Are we talking about the American football or the soccer side of things?
Controllable again. I'd be
Because some countries call soccer football.
So, I think I'll be better off without it for now. Besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while. I'll come retrieve it when I have some time later.
Paimon knows what you're up to. You
Soccer.
used to come talk to
If
us.
you're gonna ask me which sport
Whatever.
feels more to me, I will be soccer. Not much of a basketball guy, because I don't know. I cannot see
Sneaky guy.
Too much of the team. The skill required for soccer is way harder. That's in my opinion.
Guess we don't have much to do for now. We might as well walk around and see the city.
So if you pull off any plays in soccer, that will be way more. What's that word again?
Who could have seen that coming? The reporter
Justifiable.
around for most of the story was
To
the
be celebrated.
Sorry. Paimon was just surprised, that's all. Paimon never saw that twist coming.
Yeah, I'm not hating on basketball. I'm just looking at it from a skill side of things. You prefer basketball? Oof. Gotcha. Again, if you made me choose which one is better. So my definition of better is skill. That's how I look at things.
The whodunits here in Fontaine.
Which one is harder to pull off?
See from Yai Publishing House. Both have their merits, but Paimon thinks this style of novels are more, well, novel. It's so exciting to
Yeah, the other thing also, there could be a little bit of
the one Paimon was just
call me weird, but my country here, the Philippines, they are mostly hardcore basketball fans. So for me, I end up like, oh, it's just basketball kind of a situation. I'm not saying it's bad, just saying it's just oversaturated here. So when it comes to the interest to the side of sports things, I got more interest with something fresh or newer. I mean, relatively speaking, right?
Oh, sorry about that. Paimon will be more careful next time. Hey, shouldn't we be heading to the Opera House to see Linny's performance soon? It's almost time for the show to start, so we should get going. Linny said that the Opera House is on Aranias, so let's go ride the Aquabus.
Aquabus. Okay. Gotta say, I really wish Genshin add mounts. Because all these walk in and everything is like one click away. You remember when you were playing Dying Light Part 2? Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. That was when I met you, right? The joke is we're also playing Dying Light 1 again. But I got two guys with fresh experience tagging along this time round. Giving them the vanilla experience. Vanilla me being, I'm just gonna be watching them and let things happen naturally. You know, the dying part of the Dying Light game.
Fancy! The opera at the class. What a
Best way to experience it.
performance. No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Yeah, I really wish they add a little bit more in the expansion for Dying Light 2, just like what they did for Dying Light 1 with the following. The following is very, very good. Content-wise, I believe that was a time when DLCs were actually worth it. Nowadays, DLCs is so microscopic in terms of content, I don't see the worth in it.
What's wrong?
Back in the day, you download the DLC, you get a whole entire storyline. Now that's a DLC
No, Paimon didn't say anything.
that you're willing to pay for.
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
Lynette, you scared Paimon. What?
Did you play Fortnite, new season with old map and old guns? Nope.
Remember?
Never really gotten into the Fortnite gig, but I did try it way back when with the original Fortnite when they when the Battle Royale mode was just an experiment. It was a happy accident.
What do you mean?
The original Fortnite game was supposed to be a survival co-op game where you build bases. And then they kind of just made it kind of a joke. They made a Battle Royale side mode, and there you go. The rest is history. So, did I play it yet? Not yet, but we'll see. Kind of juggling with other backlog games at the moment. And as well with my new life schedule being an issue. Options limited. Timing required.
Trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day. It's not the time for eerie things.
I see. I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you
But I am curious. That I can say.
You might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
It's because of his sensitivity.
If you didn't know, that explains why Fortnite got
Voice have to do with elements.
building mechanics. You can build walls. It wasn't really for Battle Royale.
Wait,
It was really meant for base building in a survival scenario.
Just answer
That's
me.
the OG.
When do you cry?
That's the OG.
when Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's
Yep,
really
I'm that old that I can remember the OG of the OG.
Understand that tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
Intense emotion from tears. Ooh, okay.
So, what did the voice say? If you were hearing their emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to them.
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first. Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Linny might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Let's go in and see Linny.
Alright, where is Linny?
Traveler and Paimon, good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house. Wait just a moment. I'll fetch the tickets. The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Ooh, front row seats. Thanks, Linny.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Hey, Linny! Could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
Sound Wolf, what do you think about How do you pronounce this? Temptation? Who's that guy?
Yeah.
That's what I think.
You go ahead.
Who is that? Here, let me Google that real quick. One moment. Oh my god. What the hell is this thing? Never heard. No idea who this guy is, but he kind of reminds me of the Island Boy situation before. That's not a good thing. Visually. Nope. Never really got into that scene. Can't really do any real criticism on the artwork, songs, and so on. But I don't know, that's not exactly my... his style ain't my style, that's what I can say. He died in 2018,
These should be our seats. Come on, let's...
With what? What happened? What's the situation? Rob, let me guess, was he wearing some, what do you guys call that again? Ice? Oh my god, my computer hanged.
Hey, Traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still.
My graphics card went yoink.
Don't say anything.
Well, if he was wearing the jewels and so on, I wouldn't be surprised. And that's gonna happen. Moral lesson there. Don't wear the bling bling. When you don't got anything, protect yourself with. But one moment. Yeah, the game really went yikes. It's not working. It's stuck. I can hear the clicks. Uh-oh. Well, this is awkward. Yeah. Then again, it's almost 12 a.m. anyway, so... Yeah, that's unfortunate to hear, Wolf, but... that's the thing there. It's the reason why whenever I go out the damn house, I'm not wearing anything but the essentials. Anything shiny, that's gonna attract attention. Well, any hootenannies, I think I'm gonna have to cut it here because the game kind of cut it for me rather abruptly, awkwardly, weirdly. Crashed on me. Yeah, pretty sure I'm gonna keep pushing Genshin for a bit until I clear out the log again. Alright. Anyway, Wolf. Man is on the schedule. I gotta stick to it. Only 15 minutes left anyway with the deadline to 12 a.m. Gotta run for real. Glad to see you again, or here, or see you're chatting. But yeah, we're gonna be playing Dying Light again sometime within the next week. If not tomorrow. A lot of maybes, but we'll see. Alright. For now, thanks for watching. Getting old, gotta sleep. Good night.